Starlight between us. The email showed up late one night, just after midnight. I was wide awake, scrolling endlessly through forums and weird science blogs. Sleep and I had been on shaky terms for a while. No wine left, and definitely no groceries. I'd been living off microwave meals and whatever the nearest takeout place delivered. Then this email popped up. A call for volunteers to join a mission to colonize a new planet. Wild, right? Sounded like a scam, totally sci-fi nonsense. But then I clicked through. Real company, real opportunity. Fine print said something about 30 years in stasis. Limited space. Yeah, that was the hook. But it didn't scare me off. I said yes. It felt like a shot at something new, something bigger. I was done with the moldy apartment, the endless repairs, and the neighbors who treated 3 a.m. like a good time for dance battles. So, I broke the lease, paid the fee, and packed up. A few clothes, some books, a photo album. One suitcase. That was it. Now I'm standing in a massive room aboard an even more massive spaceship, surrounded by 200 strangers. The space is overheated and buzzing with chatter. There's a raised stage in the middle. Someone's giving a speech about legacy and bravery. I'm not listening. Someone beside me shoots a look when I snort. I ignore them. Eventually they start calling out names. One by one, we're handed suits and guided to pods. It takes forever, but then I hear it, Silva, Dana. I step forward. The suit's bulky, awkward. A woman with a quiet smile guides me to my pod. It's sleek, pod-shaped obviously, with a bed in the center. I change into the suit, catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. The person looking back seems unfamiliar, long dark curls grown wild, no makeup, eyes too tired. I lie down. I breathe. The intercom crackles and the robotic countdown begins. I close my eyes. I'm 9. Rain pelts the windows while cartoons flicker in the background. Mom's crying in the kitchen. I hug my stuffed rabbit tighter. The house feels colder than it should. I'm 16. The candles melt faster than I can make a wish. Mom's doing her best. Her cough won't quit, but she smiles anyway. I blow out the flames. I don't say my wish out loud. I'm 20. I meet Jules at a house party. She's tall, confident, her hair buzzed short on one side and dyed blue. She laughs like she's not afraid of anything. I fall hard, embarrass myself with a dumb dance move. Somehow it works. I'm 24. We move in together. Jules paints our new apartment sunflower yellow. I joke that it's too bright, but I love it. I love her. I tell her so every day. I'm 27. I wait at the top of a garden aisle, itchy in my too stiff suit. Then there she is. She walks toward me, radiant in a flowy cream dress. I can barely breathe. Our vows make everyone cry. Especially me. I'm 30. I'm holding the phone with shaking hands. An accident. I don't remember falling to the floor, but I remember the sound of my own screaming. I remember her last message, be home in 10. Want anything sweet? I'm 30. I bury her next to a tree we once picnicked under. I try to speak but cry too hard. Her sister reads the words I wrote. I sell everything. Move far away. I dream about her more than I see anyone. I'm 32. And I can't stand to live on the same planet anymore. The pod opens with a hiss. I blink at the light, disoriented. The ship AI tells us we're nearing the new planet, just weeks away. I sit up, muscles sore. There's a girl across the aisle waving at me. She's got curious eyes and short silver hair. I wave back. Am I ready? No. But I want to be. The first thing I notice when I step out of my pod fully is how clean everything smells. Not sterile like a hospital, more like ozone, or fresh rain on steel. The corridors hum softly, lit with blue and gold LEDs that adjust gently as people wake up around me. There's a low murmur of awe and disorientation as the other passengers adjust to being alive again. The silver-haired girl who waved at me earlier is now sitting on the edge of her own pod, pulling on her boots. She catches my eye again and this time gives me a smile that's small but real. I nod in return, a little stiff, and look away before I can think too much about it. I'm not here for that. Not again. We're ushered into a common area a few hours later, a garden-like space filled with artificial sunlight and slow, droning instrumental music. It's supposed to calm us, reset our circadian rhythms. I don't care about rhythms. I just want to be alone for a minute. But she's there again. The girl. You look like someone who could use a coffee, she says, gesturing to a machine that promises espresso but probably tastes like dirt. I could use a lot of things, I reply before I can stop myself. She laughs anyway. I'm Ren, she offers. Second row sleeper. Didn't expect this many people to still have their sarcasm circuits intact. I hesitate, then, Dana. First row pessimist. We sit. The fake coffee's not too bad. She talks. I listen, at first out of politeness, then because I can't help it. Ren has this easy, magnetic way of speaking, like she's been a wanderer her whole life and decided, just now, to let me in on the secrets she's picked up along the way. She doesn't ask why I came. Not yet. Over the next few days, I fall into a rhythm, wake, eat, walk the same synthetic gardens, attend the briefings about the planet we're headed for. Earth-like, habitable, still wild. We'll be among the first to step foot on it. Ren keeps finding me. Or maybe I keep not walking away. Either way, we start having meals together. Then longer walks. Then one night, I find myself laughing harder than I have in years. Like, actual tears in my eyes, snort laughing. She looks at me a little differently after that. I pretend not to notice. I can't do this. Not again. But she doesn't push. Just sits with me. Listens when I mention a dog I used to have. When I almost say Jules's name but stop myself. Ren doesn't fill the silence. Just lets it be. And then one evening, as we watch the simulated stars drift across the domed ceiling, she says, "You don't have to forget her to find room for something new." I close my eyes. I don't respond. But my hand finds hers on the bench, and I don't move it away. The descent begins just before dawn, or whatever passes for dawn on a ship floating through the stars. There's a quiet tension in the air, like the ship itself is holding its breath. We're suited up, buckled in, voices hushed. Even Ren isn't joking now. The shuttle rattles as we pierce the upper atmosphere. Through the small reinforced window by my side, I catch glimpses, clouds like stretched cotton, golden light streaming through in veins, mountains rising like old gods beneath us. The planet looks untouched. Ancient and patient. When we land, there's applause, half out of joy, half relief. The doors unseal with a hiss, and warm air rushes in. It smells like pine and damp soil. Real soil. I'm the last to step off. Ren is waiting just beyond the ramp, helmet off already, her dark curls dancing in the wind. Her eyes meet mine, and I see that she's not afraid. Or maybe she is, but it's a brave kind of fear, the kind that chooses wonder anyway. "Come on," she says. "You have to feel this." I take off my helmet and walk to her. The air hits me like a memory I never knew I had. It's clean. It's wild. It's free. We walk together into the strange, beautiful wilderness, the grasses tall and whispering, the sky an unfamiliar blue. There are others around us, explorers, scientists, families starting anew, but they blur in my mind. It's just me and her. Later, as night falls and we make camp beneath foreign constellations, Ren sits close beside me, her shoulder brushing mine. She's silent for a while, then finally speaks. I used to think love was something you were given once, like a gift you couldn't ask for twice, she says softly. But maybe it's more like water. Something that finds the cracks, fills the empty spaces. I look at her. I think of jewels, of laughter and lemon-scented shampoo, of dreams we never got to finish. I think of the years I spent hollow, moving through days like a shadow. And I think of now. Of Ren. Of her hand resting quietly near mine, not asking, not pushing. Just there. I reach over and take it. And for the first time in years, I don't feel haunted. I feel home.